Yeah. It's I sorry.
You just cut it. Go.
So here's the basis. Bakery. I will put this speech in a formal way. Friends, professor, the fellow students, lend me your ears, please. I speak today for the dignity of the man and for the destiny of the literature. I know the people will take note of what I've said today, but I'm clearly sure that someone will remember what I did for the sake of those persons that have the mind and those people that are working so hard for the research. But some people is stealing their thoughts. Those people are the thieves. Those people are the snatchers, the pickpocket. They pickpocket the thoughts and ideas of someone. Those people didn't know that man perfect himself by working and not by stealing. So, anyone in this class know who is the person behind my introduction? Because that introduction, it came from some people's speech. Anyone who can tell me? No one. So I guess I am a good plagiarist. Didn't I? So those people behind my introduction is Mark Antony in the burial of Julius Caesar, and Abraham Lincoln, the President of America, and Lyndon B. Johnson, and Pepe Laurel, our own president. So my point is, I am plagiarizing their work. Without proper citing their names, I am plagiarizing their work. Didn't I? Their thoughts, their ideas, their researches, or any form of their intellectual property, if I use it, and I didn't cite their name, I am plagiarizing their work. So, what's plagiarism? From its etymology, plagiarism came from the Latin word plagiarus, which means kidnapper, plunderer, or a thief. So, it means today that those plagiarists are the thief, the kidnapper. They are the one who steal the thoughts of others and make it like their own. For example, Mr. Hurtado becomes a public speaker someday. Then he says to the public, the world is very beautiful and it makes the world wonderful. Then, so, if I am the one who will copy this word, well, I will make it like this. The world is very beautiful and it makes the world wonderful. Even though I am not making his gesture, I am plagiarizing his thought. Didn't I? Yeah. I am making myself clear. Yeah. So, in the future, if Mr. Dandan will become a public speaker, and I will be the one who will... So, I will apologize for that. Because it's mine. It's not yours. So, what my point here is, plagiarizing is like getting an idea from someone and make it like mine. Didn't I? So, there are 5 types of plagiarism. The first type is the copy-paste plagiarism, or what we call the Control-C, Control-V plagiarism. Yeah. From the students today who are procrastinating their work, who aren't serious of what they write, they just Control-C from the internet, then Control-V it in the Microsoft. Didn't I? I am telling the truth. That most of us do. Even though everybody of us will tell, oh, I don't plagiarize any work. But some of your work, some of your assignments, you are plagiarizing someone's thought. It is true that even though we do not want to plagiarize, but without proper citing the names, we can be accused of plagiarism. Yes.
What if it's a fact and that is the only explanation about it?
So, what I can tell is, the only exception for the intellectual property is the common fact. For example, the common fact that our star is the sun. It's a common fact. Nobody can steal it because it's a public property. Is it true? So, so the next is the word switch plagiarism. In this word switch plagiarism, you just switching the word and make it in another form, but you are also plagiarizing it. For example, the true word, the original quotation is the world is round. Then you will make it our world or the earth is round, or you are switching the word from our world, you make it as earth, but you are plagiarizing it. So the next is the style plagiarism, which is quite familiar for the students because the internet says that it is the common way to plagiarize. And it is very easy. Even though it is not easier than Control-C, Control-V plagiarism, it is a plagiarism in which you are copying the paragraph, then in that paragraph, you will copy only a phrase or a quotation, then make it, and then write it in a way that someone will think it as your own. For example, the quotation is language is the blood of the soul. For example, the self-plagiarism here is like translating it. For example, you translate it in Spanish. La lengua es la pluma del alma. So, you are plagiarizing it, even though it's not the word for word, you are plagiarizing it through the style of writing. You just translating it in your vernacular. So the third one is the metaphor plagiarism, which is you are making a simple thought exaggerated. So in this exaggerated thought, it seems like it seems that it is not the original quotation because you are adding some words, you are adding some description, adding some adjectives. But the idea here is you got that idea from someone. And the last classification of plagiarism is what they call the idea plagiarism. It is harder to call because you are plagiarizing the idea itself, not the word for word, or not the actual word. So the idea plagiarism is also a plagiarism, even though you are getting an idea, because the point of plagiarism is getting what others have done centuries ago, even a millennium ago, or years ago. But if it's not yours, and if you got it from other sources, then you are plagiarizing, even though you only get idea. And that is a form of stealing. And it is other people have gained intellectual rights for their work, like books, and they can accuse you, and you can be punished by means of law. So Mr. Pacaldo will explain further what are the causes of plagiarism.
So, as we all know, we are here in this school for studying. We are taking our courses seriously because we want to pass. But do you know that there are some instances that we commit plagiarism because we want to pass? When you say to make our speech good or to enrich it, we must use some materials such as examples, ideas, or strategies. research is, we must always take care to avoid plagiarism. Because as we all know, plagiarism is a great offense, and it may affect, we may face serious offense. Plagiarism is a complex phenomenon because there is no single reason why there are some students who have resort to it. In fact, not only students who have plagiarized, they have found that even professors have plagiarized. There are many reasons why students plagiarize, because first is lack of academic research and skill. Instead of going to computer playing, you must take your time researching in the library. And the next one is lack of linguistic competence to correctly paraphrase and cite sources. Sometimes the student also has not been instructed on how to correctly paraphrase and cite outside sources. The next one is the lack of interest to course itself. There are many ways on how to avoid plagiarism, such as avoid procrastination. When we say procrastination, it is waiting the last minute of passing. As we all know, writing is not an easy task, even for the most professional writers. We must give ourselves a plenty of time to research or to review our task so that we will make it good. The next one is review, review, and review. Give yourself a thorough review to make your speech good, or to improve your speech. And the next one is K is organization. When you keep an outside track, always give an underline or highlighter. Each time you quote or give an outside references, always use highlighter or underline. And the last one is ask for help. When you have some question, do not hesitate to ask question to your professor or ask help for tutors. In conclusion, plagiarism is a great offense. As we all know, if we violated these cases, we face some disciplinary measures that will vary from simple warning to outright from expulsion to the school. That's all.